Alec, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little warm. It's hasn't really cooled off as much as I would like it to. There was a thunderstorm earlier, but
Look, I'm not hot yet, but I am warm for sure.
yeah,
But, it's all good.
all good in the hood.
It gets the coronavirus off of you or something.
That's supposedly, yeah. We'll see if that actually happens.
All right, so previously, like months and months ago, we did a video introing the Backlog Ballot Gents Challenge.
That's right.
And our prospects going into it. I forget exactly what we said, honestly, but we had our predictions. And then, since then, we've had a whole other Gents Challenge, and we never got around to wrapping up either of them. We didn't even intro the second one, so it's just going to be wrapping it up right here. Backlog Ballot 2020 is where everybody in the community voted for what games we should play individually. So you were assigned Astral Chain with the most votes, as well as Fire Emblem Awakening. And I had Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD and Skyward Sword. So 2 Zelda games. And of course, I know for sure I was confident going into this. And of course, I was a gent. I brought it home.
Yeah.
What else would you expect? And you, who got the game that wanted the most, I remember this for sure. You wanted Astral Chain the most, and you got it served up to you on a silver platter, and you gave us nothing.
I did, and I failed. I was a
Yes,
rascal.
King, serve us nothing.
Yeah, it was awful. I don't even really know. Oh no, maybe I know. I don't know.
I'm sure someone in your family died or something. I'm sure there's
Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, I believe, towards the end of it.
Maybe.
I feel like that was a fact. That was certainly a factor.
Hard to say for sure.
That was certainly a factor. Well, when did it end? When did it start? When did we make the first video?
Who knows?
The intro. This is important for me to figure out, like, sort of timeline wise. The Zelda timeline, which you delved into with your Zelda game.
It was February 11th was when we posted the first video. So.
Okay, so we started. So it was in February.
And you had until like.
End of March.
The end of March.
Yeah, so Final Fantasy VII Remake was definitely a significant factor there, as to why most of March was. No, but didn't it come out in April? I don't know, man.
You're the one who played it.
I don't have a very good excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse really for it.
No, there really isn't.
It's deplorable.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I was just busy with other games, and I did play a little bit of Astral Chain. I did really enjoy it. Animal Crossing was a factor. That's for sure. That was the game.
Because that was your fault for putting it off. So I got mine done before Animal Crossing even came out.
Yeah, well, good for you. I had work, and then I don't remember. Honestly, I actually don't really remember like why I kept putting it off and just didn't play it. I mean, I liked it. I was really enjoying my time with Astral Chain.
Make a tweet longer about it.
I was just distracted by other stuff.
Honestly, I don't remember, but I apologize for my actions.
I have no recollection of saying this, but I apologize for any people that I offended. In
not finishing Astral
not
Chain.
finishing my backlog game.
So, I mean, I got Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. Wind Waker had the most votes. I was fine with this. I was fine with either one, honestly, because I had played them both and I really enjoyed them. Just never finished them. And this was honestly like one of the most successful challenges for me. I was like, as soon as I started playing it, I stuck with it consistently.
That's a great game.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite games of all time, right? Top 10.
Is it really?
No, maybe. At least top 20, though. Okay. It's an awesome game, and it's a really nice remake, HD remake. I did like the message in a bottle thing back when Miiverse was around, but I like how it's just an error now. It's like you can't look at this. This doesn't exist anymore.
They shut that down. They shut that down like way too quick, I think.
Yeah.
Like
too many.
I don't even think that.
Nintendo doesn't see the merit in penis, right? So there's a Swift sale, which made the game. That was definitely a huge improvement.
Yeah.
So like I didn't experience that much of the original Wind Waker, but like from what I can tell from playing it and anytime not using the Swift sale, it's like, wow, that's a dramatic change. It was like
This sort of
so much
altered
time.
this sort of altered the Triforce quest too, I think, right?
I don't know.
Or
I don't know
I
what the
think
original was.
well, the
But I
original
heard
one
something like
was
that.
yeah. With the way the original one worked is every single piece was under the ocean, and you would have to, and all of the different quests that you did on the overworld were to find just the chart, which would show you where it was in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would have to then sail to it to collect it. From what I remember, I think they made it so that I think half of them are still found that way, and then the other half are ones that where otherwise you would have to find a chart. You instead would actually just find the Triforce piece there.
Maybe,
I
yeah,
think.
that sounds right, I guess.
I think that's what they
But I do
changed.
remember a lot of chart nonsense. So it was a big hassle, but,
Yeah,
it was fine. And
a lot of chart
I'm a
nonsense.
better man for it now, having lived through it. And I've beaten Wind Waker. That's great. I started
No,
Skyward Sword. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get them both. That'll be
yeah.
legendary. But I didn't really make much progress there.
Astral Chain is a game that I definitely want to go back to. I did like my time that I was spending with it, but other things distracted me, and I just never got around to it.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
yeah,
Sounds political to me.
yeah. Well,
All right.
that's none your business, I guess.
So interestingly, we had the Quarantine Quest 2020 Gents Challenge, inspired. It started earlier than usual. We'd usually have more of a break, but it was inspired by everybody's passion for the coronavirus. And
Everyone's passion
So-
for Corona beer, and
the idea was just that people are in quarantine, so it would be fitting to have this, even though it didn't really apply to us.
No.
But
No, I've never been busier.
it's like we didn't get to join in on the fun. Everybody else having to stay at home. Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
Stay at
Well,
home to work or not work, but we at least had work, which is also a positive, I guess. But we actually got paired with each other, so
We did.
that would have been a great one to do a video on, right? Naturally,
we may have also probably, if we had still been doing this, we may have been more successful. I think some of the pressure, at least to me, and the last ones that we've done, we've covered on the channel, are ones that I felt a little bit more pressure to get done because I got to do like an update on it. We got to talk about it. So there's a little bit more extra added something.
See, that was my
you know?
reasoning for starting to do this in general, and like also I really ideally wanted to have guests with each one too, because it's like you have more people linked together, and it's like you feel like you have to prove yourself to the other people.
Yeah, maybe on the next one we can have another guest on. So
Yeah, but it's like then you have this thing where it's like you don't want to be the one that doesn't complete their game.
right,
You're gonna
right.
face public ridicule, right?
Yes.
Which, I mean, it didn't stop me from being the one who didn't finish the game.
Well, I didn't either.
One of the challenges.
I think it was interesting because it was a fairly successful challenge. I think we had a lot of gents this time around.
Yeah, this one we were in the vast minority, which has been an interesting trend in recent gents challenges in general, I feel like. In the beginning, you had a lot more rascals. I don't know what it is about the recent ones where people are more inspired, but there's like less rascals than gents, which is the trend you want to see. It's like we're cleaning up our community or something. It's like, get the rascals out of here.
Cleaning up our backlogs.
But yet we still managed to be 2 of like the 4 rascals or whatever. We're like half of them right here.
Yeah.
So the games that I assigned to you were Horizon Zero Dawn and Radiant Historia, perfect chronology. And you assigned to me Final Fantasy VII and Resident Evil 4. I had previously failed at Final Fantasy VII in the past. It is a cursed game. I will never touch it again. No.
I hope that's not true.
I mean, if I'm going to fail a challenge twice, it's likely I will not finish it ever. You know, I had a chance for redemption.
Maybe. You did,
and I still didn't do much with it. So.
But that's the thing, is if we had been recording a video, you may have been more pressured to do it.
Maybe. This was also a different challenge in that it was like inspired by old gents challenges where you had to actually complete them in order, rather than you can lately have been able to pick out of the 2 games which you want to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to start with Final Fantasy VII. Honestly, I might have just gone right to Resident Evil if I had that choice.
Mm.
And then I would have been a gent in a different timeline.
Yes, but it was not this timeline.
Horizon Zero Dawn I hadn't played, but it's one I really wanted to play, so I was like, I'm going to pass that on to you. And Radiant Historia I played a little bit of. It wasn't my favorite thing ever, but I feel like you would have enjoyed it more than me.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, I have
odds
it up
are
on
you
my,
wouldn't get to it anyway because you'd have to get through the first game.
up on my shelf over here. It's right over there. I see it. But yeah, I mean, I picked this time to move. It's been quite a process because I moved all my stuff pretty much on the weekend. But getting everything together has been to set it up and everything has just been it's been a struggle. Because most days when I come home from work, it's like I don't as much as it would be good for my my mental health probably to have a clean room. It's just like I don't want to. I'm already exhausted. I'm sweating.
That's where
I'm sweating hard, and it's just like I don't really want to spend that much energy working on this room. So it's been a gradual thing. I want to get this done soon, very soon, because I'm getting kind of sick and tired of stepping over boxes. Still, so. Yeah.
So you didn't even touch Horizon Zero Dawn, right?
I didn't touch either game. So at this point, I had gone back. I was doing a hard playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and still chipping away here and there at Animal Crossing. Because I think we started this in May, beginning of May, mid-May. I don't remember exactly when.
I don't know exactly. It ended just the end of this month, so
it just ended at the end of June. So yeah,
the beginning of May. Then
yeah. So I was still doing that, but I wasn't doing very much gaming at this point. Most of my free time was at least in June. Most of my free time was getting stuff for this setup, basically planning and all that such. Oh, and I did also go back and so yeah, I was working on a hard playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then I also went back to God of War because I wanted to beat that before I started another new game. Because I just left that. I was basically right at the end of the game. I had about an hour left of the game before I played through the whole thing, the rest of it. But then I was still playing. I was going back and doing extra stuff that I hadn't done during the standard campaign, the story part. And then I moved. So I have not. I didn't spend basically any time with Horizon. The Last of Us Part 2 came out at the end of the month, so I started playing.
Interesting.
The Last of Us Remastered again because I wanted to kind of just brush up on that. It's been probably 5-6 years since I played the original.
These are all good excuses. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Kind of. Sort of.
I was hoping you would be I was actually at the time I was going through a really hard spot in my life.
No,
just always have a really serious excuse
why. There were just other games, and
this was a really tough time in my life, and Horizon.
I feel
the idea of Horizon.
Moving, I feel like moving is a pretty good excuse.
Yeah, but I just want someone to always have an excuse, just a family member had just passed away, and I couldn't even get myself to play. It was
we can't always have that. We can't always have that.
The next time they're it just wasn't there mentally. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get myself to.
I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't get into it.
In Horizon, the thought of Horizon Zero Dawn, it just really was bringing me to tears. So I thought it better for my mental health to just step away, even just by having to be a rascal. It's oof.
Wow,
that kind of thing. All right, so all in all, now you have been a gent in 3 of the 8 challenges you participated in, making you have a 38% success rate.
Yeah, it was 3 out of 6 up until the last 2 we just did.
And mine is 4 out of 8, so 50% right down the line.
Yeah, so I gotta come back. I gotta come back swinging on the next one.
Yeah, this was your chance to make up some ground on me here. You would have been ahead of me.
It was not to be.
Or no, you would have been even with me.
Wouldn't even, yeah.
So, but hopefully next time we can get a guest with us too, so they're equally tied down to this. All right, so that's it. If you want to participate in the Gents Challenge, just join the Discord, RNG. I think I have the link in the description. If not, go to zacharcher.net. It's linked on there. Okay.
Rad.
So
do it.
Rad Rascals, great thing that doesn't exist. So what video would we recommend for them to check out?
Why don't you go?
Gamers, you know we have gamers in here. Gamers,
we have
rise
plenty
up.
Of gamers, you should go watch our Blood Rain review. Go watch us talk about. I guess maybe it's not a review; it's more like a first impressions,
basically. But
of Blood Rain, you should go watch that because we were just so passionate on this channel. All right,
we're passionate about everything we do on our channel.
That's that's right. We're not miserable when we do anything.
Look, I enjoy misery sometimes. It just depends.
I mean, it's entertaining to talk about. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, so check that out. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter at Tarqaron, TWO. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.